my sports hero growing up was definitely Senna. He's, so dominant through those early years when I was starting and racing and everything. So yeah, it's easily him.
I liked Ayrton Senna, like most of us. I think everyone loved that, brutal, like win at all costs type attitude.
As a very young fella, I idolised Ayrton Senna, like most young drivers. It was just that age and time where he was the greatest.
It's probably my dad, I guess. He was the closest sports person I had access to, and I definitely followed him with intent.
Probably Michael Schumacher or even Damon Hill. I like just their rivalry they had through Formula 1.
Greg Murphy. When I was watching the racing, he was always up the front, and being Kiwi, always cheered for him.
Being from New Zealand was the main thing, so Richie McCaw and Dan Carter, they were sort of my idols, I guess.
Probably Jamie Whincup, yeah, he was, like, when I was racing as a kid, Formula Ford, karting, he was winning every day, every championship.
I've always been a Jamie Whincup fan, so obviously it's his last year, so it's pretty cool that I get to race against him.
It was actually Nigel Mansell. My father barracked for Nigel Mansell. I don't know why he's English. I don't know, like no one gets along with English people. But no, it was Nigel Mansell because my father supported him.
Growing up, probably Glenn Seaton, always happy, smiling and driving a Ford.
Guys like Glenn Seaton, for me, was a bit of a standout, quiet, natured guy, but super quick behind the wheel.
My favourite driver would have to have been Craig Lowndes growing up, just because he was so good with the fans, and that's obviously so much of what we saw on TV, and obviously very successful on track.
Biggest hero growing up, funnily enough, was CL. So got to race my first year in the main game beside him in the garage, so pretty special.
I was definitely a massive fan of Brock, Schumacher, and Lowndes.
I used to watch Lowndes a lot growing up as well, actually. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. My first ever co-drive, which was actually, I believe, here. We actually made the press conference, and I was sitting next to Whincup, Lowndes, and all that. I was like, this is pretty cool.
Obviously, Craig Lowndes taught all us young drivers when you're having a bad day to keep your head up and keep smiling, even though you want to punch someone.